Guess who's back? Back again. Mikey's back.
Tell a friend.
Hey, everybody, here with another video for you guys today. And today we're going to look at my complete collection of army, of knights, castle, soldiers, faction, minifigures, whatever you want to call it. We're looking at my knights and soldiers. But before we go any further, let me just say, if you like this video or any other videos on the channel, please
like, comment, and subscribe.
And we get down to it after my intro coming in
now.
And so we're going to start by taking a look at my medieval collection. And I know that there's no way the camera's going to pick up all of these. So
you're going to take over my space.
So let's just try our best here. This is our red knights. And these ones here are just guards, basic soldiers. And then these ones I have all set up with these hats are they're my archers. And then back behind them, we have some of these. These are older ones from back in the 90s and whatnot. So these are definitely like old school minifigures. Some of these here.
My live build is you are going to have a build in your live build, aren't you?
Hey, we're talking Lego. So those are like my castle guards. That's what I use these 80s and 90s red knights for. And then I have my actual knights themselves. And as I showed you before, we'll do it again. Here is he's the leader of my red knights. And he is my red king, obviously. He doesn't, I don't remember the names for all of these guys, but he is actually a classic knight. He has a head that I don't believe Lego makes anymore. I have not seen it in a long, long time.
Oh my goodness.
Where he's got like an orange mustache. It's almost like Captain Redbeard, but minus like the full-on beard. And then, yeah, next to him is my Red King. I have a lot of Red Kings, so many that I don't quite know what to do with them all, unfortunately. Which it's funny that Lego's made so many Red Kings. But, yeah, this knight, he's in charge of my Red Knights. Because I like to, that's one of the fun things is army building, is you can make your little, like, squadrons and whatnot.
Squadron.
Squab.
Squadron.
And then here are my blue knights, or my blue soldiers. And again, these are just the basic guards. He's a little bit higher up since he's got a little eyeglass piece. He can look around. And then behind them, these are just regular soldiers. I guess my blue knights don't have much archers. But what they do have is a pretty fearsome knight. I got a lot of blue knights. And he is the leader of my blue knights. I'll put the blue king with him as well. And I know I showed you guys some of this before, but you wanted to see... I wanted to see if you guys still went with your original thoughts on which ones were your favorites. It seemed like blue was the overwhelming majority winner last time. Curious to know if you guys still stick with blue. And then we'll move it on up.
Oh.
Start over here with my greens.
Green does not come in good. The forest green doesn't. It's so much prettier in person.
And these guys in this first row here, they're just my green regular soldiers. And these guys are fun. In my stop motion, I definitely gave these guys and made these guys like comic relief kind of a thing. So that'll be. I've always liked these little green ones with the round hat. And then behind them we have my green archers. And then back here are my green knights. And the green knights are actually led not by a green knight, but by the black knight. He's like black and green. And he's really cool. I like him. He came in the Kingdom's Joust set, if I remember correctly.
Oh.
But he's a really cool. No, I'll take his helmet off. See it? Yeah. But he is the leader of my Green Knights, and like I said, I have named him the Black Knight. And then what's fun about my green faction that I like about them is that while they're not straight up evil, they're not good either. And they're the one faction that I have a queen in charge of. Although they're probably gonna end up being a duchess in the end. But here is Queen.
She's my favorite.
Yeah, I had names for them all. And then he is her son, Prince Beryl. What was his name?
Beryl.
Again, I'm gonna retool those stop motions for intros for my videos, so you guys will get reintroduced to them all through that and eventually. But yeah, these are my green faction, and they're like the green dragons or something like that. But like I said, they're not evil, but they're not good. And I like to come up with stories, like King, you were talking a lot about stories and whatnot, and I like to have stories for them as well, like there's the whole Sheriff of Nottingham, Robin Hood stuff, and I was thinking about it, like the Forestmen are green, so it's like they're kind of like the Sheriff of Nottingham. They're the stealing from the Forestmen steal from the greens, basically, is what I'm saying. And then next up, these are the straight up evil ones. Castle's in the way. I can't get it as close as I'd like.
Well,
I'm almost done.
It's just invading my area, man.
And then this front row here, these are made up of two different kinds of minifigures. One is, we talked about the Nexo Knights once, and he's actually a Nexo Knight minifigure that I put in with him because he's just kind of like an evil looking orc dude. So my red dragons, they're definitely an evil faction. And I actually have 3 wolf pack torsos and legs, and I have the heads, but I made these ones like skeleton-ish. So my wolf packs work with them, and they are definitely bad guys. And then behind them, these are just the regular red dragon soldiers. And then these guys, they're a little bit higher up the pecking order. Like one of them, he drives the wagon. And then behind them is my Red Dragon Knights. And he is the leader of my Red Dragon Knight. And if we ever get my Lego stop motion finished, we will see him. You know how Cortez is the pirate, dead pirate, evil pirate at sea. He's kind of the land equivalent. And I forget what I named him, but he's a pretty cool minifigure, and he's the leader of my Red Dragon Knights. But the Red Dragons themselves, I just put this guy in charge yesterday when I was doing this.
He got promoted?
Yeah, well, because normally the wizard is in charge, but see, these are like the top of this faction. Normally the wizard is supposed to be in charge, but for this one, he's an old school guy. Like he comes with this helmet. You know, it's a pretty cool Dragonite rare helmet, and I only have one of him. So, and he's got kind of I like the head that he came with. It's different. You know, he's not super happy. He's not super mad either, but he kind of looks pretty gruff. And so I thought he'd make a good Duke for my Dragon Knights. So he's kind of like the evil one in charge of the Dragon Knights. And then the wizard is his right hand man, and he's up to no good as well because he's definitely an evil wizard. And then here I put these are the Black Falcons that we got two or three of them in this set, and then there's two of them that came in the mill set, the blacksmith shop set, and I opened them up last night, even though we haven't started building that set yet.
You opened the box?
I opened the box and got those out of there because right now I have these set up as their own unique faction, but there's a good chance I'm going to integrate them with the blue soldiers. I haven't fully made up my mind yet, but part of what I'm waiting on is to see what color the soldiers in this 90th castle come.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm hesitant to make any definitive statements on the status of any of these factions right now until we find that out, because that is going to be the king's castle, and then all these other factions are going to be like dukes and duchesses, but we got to have one king, and
one king to rule them all.
And then I figured since I was doing all this, I might as well show some of the other ones. Right here, he's the classic Lego wizard, and his name was Magisto. And I'm telling you guys that now because he might come up on a Can You Guess the Minifigure down the road, and I will be looking for Magisto by name.
Oh.
And then here is, like I said, I got a ton of these Red Kings. Here's another one that I have, and he doesn't have a castle or a throne, unfortunately. He just sits on the minifig board. And then
he does have a throne.
No, he's the one that sits on. He's also on the minifig board.
Oh, because the ones that are on the minifig board, they have a throne.
But I was contemplating making him the Red Dragon King and giving him an actual castle instead of him. I mean, because we still have that king that he could sit on the throne on the. So you guys tell me, which one do you prefer to be the kings of my evil dragon faction? I mean, I think he looks cooler as far as a king goes or whatever. He looks more evil to me. So that's why I've been kind of going with that way. But I'm open for suggestions there.
I keep smiling at the camera that gets on.
And then again, showing off my goats.
Oh, goats again.
And last but not least, let's talk about the Forestmen. And first up, we have, now I gave him a new head, but he is my Robin Hood. And he's got the classic Forestman black outfit, the red feather in his hat. But like I said, I gave him an updated head to make him stand out from the crowd because he is my Robin Hood. And while I do not have the classic Forestman female, I was able to acquire this over the years, and she does the job very well. And
I like her hair.
She is my maid, Marion. And then here is my Little John. And he is based on this minifigure was released in the collectible minifigure series a while ago now, but I bought a whole bunch of these because they were like green ninjas, like forest ninjas, and I was like, oh, these are like almost like getting forestmen guys, but not quite, but they fit in great with my forestmen, and so that is what they do and what they serve. But then this row here, these are all, like I said, all the rest of the regular Forestman minifigures. I do have all the different variations. And then this row here is just more of those collectible minifigure Forestman-ish characters.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, we got merch store. If you want to take a little piece of the show with you, you can get it right here. We got everything. You want some Mikey J stuff? We got the Mikey J Productions for you. So take a chance and stop by. We'll take care of you.